Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a quick video showing how I clean my lace frontals or my lace frontal wigs. I have a container that is wide enough for the frontal to sit flat in it and some 91% alcohol. And I am just showing the frontal I'll be working with today. This is actually Hershey's frontal and she's had it on for like 3 weeks now. So of course there's a lot of buildup from laying baby hairs, putting got to be glued on there, the actual glue itself, and then powder and all that. So there's a lot of buildup on there. And typically what she ends up doing is scrubbing the frontal with like a hand towel or a toothbrush, and she spends a lot of time cleaning it. I'm actually going to do the method I do on my own frontals for her today so that she doesn't have to be bothered with cleaning it, and she can see how that works out for her. So I am just pouring enough alcohol within the container just to cover the bottom of it, so it's just shallow enough for the frontal just to go in there. You definitely don't want it deep enough that the hair is just sitting in the alcohol unnecessarily, because alcohol dries things out. So after I make sure I put the frontal in the alcohol and have the entire frontal in there, I put something on top just to keep the frontal down within the alcohol so it doesn't come back out of it. So that's just a tip to keep it in there. And here is after I took the frontal out of the alcohol. I let her frontal sit in there for about 3 hours. For my own frontals, I do let them sit in there longer, sometimes overnight. And it doesn't really matter because alcohol evaporates in the air. So it doesn't matter if you let it sit in there all night. For me, I let it sit in there because I don't want to have to do any scrubbing. But because this is not my own frontal, I did not let it sit in there all night because I don't have as much time to let her hair deep condition as I do with my own. I'm just wiping the glue off, and you can see in this process that it's coming off in like huge chunks. You want to make sure when the glue is coming off that you're wiping it away from the hair onto the towel and not wiping the chunks from the frontal onto the hair, because that's going to be difficult to get out and it may tear some of the hair out. So just be mindful that you are pushing the glue chunks in a different direction than onto the hair. You should be prepared, if you use this method, to wash and condition the hair after you're done wiping the glue out, because you just put alcohol and it got onto the hair, possibly within the roots. So you want to make sure that you get all of that out and that you make sure you rinse it well, and then of course condition it so you can keep up the quality of the hair. So that's just something to keep in mind if you choose to use this method. It's not the method where you need to be taking this wig after you do this and putting it right back on your head, because you don't want that alcohol remaining in your hair. I mean, for one thing, alcohol is extremely flammable. So I personally would not want that in my hair. I know some people will, when they wipe the hair down, like the hair and the lace down with alcohol using the towel, they will put the wig right back on, which that's probably fine because it's not as much alcohol being put on there. So I'm sure you're probably wondering, how does soaking the frontal in alcohol affect the hair? And from what I've seen, it has not affected any of my wigs. And I've done this about 10 times. I've done it on blonde wigs, red wigs, black wigs, synthetic wigs. It has not affected the color of the wigs or even how the hair felt. I always make sure though that after I do this, I rinse the hair out well, shampoo it, and then make sure I do a deep condition. So it's really all about doing everything you should to maintain the hair, especially taking into consideration that you're putting something on there that could dry it out. So here is the end result of the frontal. I am going to show you guys up close just how clean the frontal got within me wiping it down with that towel for 2 minutes. I didn't have to scrub it super hard. It pretty much was just like wiping it away, and you see how clean it got. So now at this point, I'm gonna have to just wash the wig, of course rinse it first, shampoo it and deep condition it very well. And then after that point, any glue that is left in there, I would take a fine tooth comb once the hair is dry and get any remaining little specks out. But pretty much once I wash the hair, The rest of any little specks will come out between the shampoo and the condition. So I want to thank you guys for watching my video today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.